Oh man, what's going on, guys? I'm back. I'm here. I'm live. Um, Trying to get my little bit of adjustments going here, but um, I was saying it on my post match in on Twitter, but damn, that hurt, guys. Hey Matthew, hey Mr. Exclusive, how you guys doing? Um, like that hurts so bad. Exactly, Matthew. Just a game of mixed emotions. Like we went from being at a point where it looked like, hey Nick, how you doing, man? Like I do feel abused, Mr. Exclusive. Like it went from a point where we looked like we were just going to get battered the entire game. It did. It looked like we were just going to get our butts kicked. Chelsea were passing around us in that first half. It looked bad. And Nick, it does essentially feel like a loss. You know, it does feel like a loss. But you look at give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, I got to plug in my laptop. Ugh, damn. Sorry about that. But yeah, you talk about what could have been in that game. We really should have won that game. You asked my opinion. We should have won that game. We had no excuse to give up that late of a goal, and it went all downhill when we took off Mata and Martial, Mr. Exclusive. Everything went so far downhill, and you have to question why. Actually, Matthew, you put it up on Twitter of like, I was gonna give Jose some credit in this game. He let the guys go out there and play their game in the second half, and it looked like we were gonna actually do something in that game. But ultimately, why are you going to take off the two players that caused the most problems to Chelsea in that entire game? So, Nick, I will talk about that here right now. So, my thoughts on that whole incident. That is utter bullcrap. That guy went, like, you saw him not only come over and do the fist pump, but he also turned and it looked like he was talking some crap to Jose. That is bull crap. You don't do that as a coach, and like to do it right in his face. And I'm pretty sure he did it. He talked shit to him both ways, like both going towards him, like going towards the players, and then coming back. I reckon Mourinho would make Lukaku stay on if he'd, honestly. Matthew, I think that if you were going to take off anybody in that game, why not take off Lukaku and put Sanchez up top? Like, I'm still waiting for that because, Sanchez in the preseason played up top for us. He played up top, and he actually looked good in the preseason playing up top. So I'm still waiting to see that. It does suck that. Mr. Exclusive, Jody, he should have, like, I think if you would let him go down that tunnel, I think he probably would have kicked the crap out of him. He would have thrown some old man strength at him. Like, dude, I think that's bullcrap. I'm more than likely you're probably going to see both that guy and Mourinho get a touchline ban because of that incident, which I think is stupid. Like, in my opinion, that guy instigated everything. He instigated it, and I don't feel that's right to let a guy do that. No, exactly, Nick. Exactly. But yeah, Mr. Exclusive, I would have done the same thing. You're going to talk crap to me right in my face after the equalizer. Like, I get you. Here's the thing. I get you're excited. I respected how Sarri celebrated. Like, he fist pumped. He walked past Jose, but he walked close to the touchline, and he did the right thing. He never looked at Jose. He just was excited about the win. But you can't do that. You just can't do that. That's bullcrap to do to somebody. Not related, but Watford just scored twice in a minute. Jesus. Well, that will ruin my 2-0 that I predicted for Wolves. But yeah, I mean, what? So what are? Let me ask you guys this. So what do you think about a coach going and doing that? Like, I kind of want to get some of your guys' reactions here about a coach going past a manager and basically talking crap to the manager. You know, and you, I mean, Nick, you're right. Sarri was very respectful. Like, and I actually think that Jose, I thought I saw him mouth the words like, "Hey, you know, like I respect you," but what that guy did was BS. I'm trying to curb my language on here, guys, because I feel like I want this to be a little bit more family friendly. That's a good one, Mr. Exclusive. But you know, ultimately, let me tell you what, Anthony Martial and Paul Pogba, they need to be playing every game for us. Mr. Exclusive, maybe I will. Maybe I'll do like a adults only show on occasion, because there's gonna be times where I'm gonna need to blow off a lot more steam. But like I said, like for this game, if you had told me coming into it we were gonna get a 2-2, I would have been ecstatic. You know, and I think that a lot of people would agree with me on that. They would probably be ecstatic to get that kind of draw. But in my opinion, right now we need to be having Martial. We need to be having Pogba, and we need to be having Mata play every single game. Martial was rather fortuitous to get the first goal, but no, exactly. I mean, you're absolutely right. That second goal was 100% on him. You know, and I mean, do you guys agree that with the ref not blowing the play dead inside of that situation? I mean, it wasn't a head injury, and he did put in the goal. So what do you guys think about that? Yeah, Ibra, that was a tough one. And Mr. Exclusive, I think that would be a decent midfield. You know, I'm still on the Pereira. I'm still on the Pereira train. I'd still like to see him play CDM. But you know, I get why. Yeah, Tommy, I agree. Matic and Lukaku right now are kind of holding us back. Matic takes way too many touches on the ball, and Chelsea really exploited that, especially in that first half, that he was taking so many touches on the ball. And then Lukaku, I mean, this is the first time I've seen it this bad, but Lukaku does at this point look like he's rather overweight. By the letter of the law, it's a goal if the tables were reversed. That's a good way to put it, Nick. I think that if you did reverse the tables, I would probably be a little bit upset. But at the same time, you know, I don't think that you're gonna be like. I don't think you should be that upset by that goal, because ultimately it wasn't a head injury, and the rule is that it has to be a head injury. Like that's where my whole thing comes in. Let me see here, Mr. Squeeze. I would rather you know, if you were to throw Fred in that CDM role, that's not a bad shout. It's not. You know, let Mata and Pogba really press forward. But yeah, right now, I think it was Nick. No, was it Nick? No, it's Tommy. I'm sorry, Tommy. Tommy, you're absolutely right that right now Matic and Lukaku are holding us back massively. Lukaku right now looks very, very overweight for what he's been. There was a picture that came out this week of him when he first signed for Everton, and then him like in the last game for us. And the weight difference on him is absolutely insane. It looks like he went from being about $185 to I think he's probably around 230 right now. That's a huge weight difference. I'd play a four. So Nick, you said for me, I'd play a 4-1-2-1-2. De Gea, Dalot, Babe, Lindelof, Shaw, Herrera, Holding, Pogba, Fred, Mata, Martial, and Rashford/Pereira. I mean, that's not a bad. It's not a bad lineup, Nick. That is not a bad lineup at all. But yeah, that sucks. Like because like I said, it's like like I said, if you had told me we were going to get a draw, I'd be so ecstatic. But man, that it really does feel like a loss today, guys. We snatched a draw from a victory. Like that, giving up that goal in the last minute, you can't do that. You just absolutely can't do that. But I mean, ultimately, right now, I can say that I'm proud of the fight the team showed in that second half. Sorry about my voice. I was screaming a lot last night at the Rising game. But let's see, Mr. Exclusive. Put Rashford up front for a few games and let Lukaku be doing some running and kick him off. You know, we'll play Lukaku on the right. That's a good question, Mr. Exclusive. So Mr. Exclusive said, would playing Lukaku on the right like Martinez does for Belgium, would that work for us? You know, honestly, I think that if you're going to get the best out of Lukaku, playing him like he does in Belgium actually would be the best thing for the team. Watching him, and especially in the World Cup, he looked like he was the fastest player at the World Cup, Lukaku. And playing him where he can play off the shoulder of the guy, because Lukaku, I feel like he is more of a complete forward. He can make runs, but he can also get in on a header. He can use his physicality. But I feel like at United right now, he's basically exclusively a target man, and that's not how he should be being used. Lukaku's weight gain must be intentional. He does so much cardio while playing. You know, and Nick, it does make you wonder what he's being asked to do, because he does look massive right now, doesn't he? Like he looks even bigger than what he did, like even at the beginning of the season right now. Like, I don't know, that might just be me, but it seems a little weird that he's put on so much weight. Let's see, Lukaku, Martial left wing, Sanchez striker, Lukaku right wing. I mean, yeah, you think Lukaku would be skinnier chasing his first touch all the time? Tommy, that's pretty good. Yeah, guys, I mean, Matthew, that's a really good one. That's not Lukaku, that's Mark Henry. Hey Sam, how's it going, man? Yeah, I mean, Lukaku just looks like he's a completely different player right now, and that's frustrating because he doesn't look even the same as he did last year. I mean, you look at the way that he played last year for us, and he was a really good player for us last year, and just this year, it's not working out the same. It's not, and you know, especially with the talks of him wanting to go to Italy, like I shouldn't even say that. He said it himself. He wants to go to Italy to go play with his brother. And if that's going to be what you want, get out, go to Italy. Let's bring in somebody else. Let's bring in somebody that's going to have a little bit more pace to their game, and they'll utilize it better. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting a lot of birthday wishes from family and everything like that. So the sexual chocolate, classic WWE reference right there. But anyways, guys, I think that this has probably gone on just about as long as I wanted it to. Thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that. I really do. But I think it's gone on just about as long as I wanted it to. Maybe eventually if more people do start watching these when I'm live, maybe I'll stay on for longer to have longer conversations. I love interacting with you guys. I mean, you could see that on Twitter. I love to interact with you guys. So, honestly, guys, you know, we got the draw today. Let's be happy about that. Thank you, Tommy. Again, I don't know if I said that. I know I said it in my head at least. But yeah, we got the draw. Let's be happy about getting the draw. But let's also be upset that we should have won it. Like that's kind of that dual emotion right there. We need to be upset that we allowed such a late goal. We can't allow that to happen. We just can't. And I mean, everybody was standing around looking at each other like, "Oh, you were supposed to get that. Oh, you were supposed to get it." Yeah, and exactly, Mr. Exclusive. A point at Stamford Bridge is a good point because we have not played well there in a very long time. In fact, I don't think we've won there in the Mourinho era. And I know we haven't won. Like I saw today that we've lost 5 and drawn 1 in our last 6 at Stamford Bridge. That's a crazy stat. That's a really crazy stat. So let's get back at it. We have Juventus on Tuesday. I'll be doing my red bearded preview on there or on here, and let me tell you what. I am actually a little bit optimistic now going into the Juve game. I think that we have a chance to go out there and win that game. Alexis hated Stamford Bridge also. It's about yeah. Chelsea are just are that team for a lot of people. Sir Alex, I mean, honestly, it was when Mourinho came in that we really started having issues at Stamford Bridge. But yeah, guys, I mean, God bless you. Thank you so much for joining in on my live stream. This is my first ever one. If you guys want me to do more of these, let me know. You obviously can contact me on Twitter. I'll be more than happy to respond to anybody. Everybody knows that. But I love doing these live streams with you guys because I love to be able to interact with you guys. I love getting to talk to people about sports, and especially about my United games because I'm gonna need it after results like that, right? But like I said, God bless you guys. Thank you so much for joining in on my first ever live stream. And let's get back at it against Juve. Well, maybe I'll even do a live stream for my preview, and I'll let you guys know when it's going to happen on Twitter. But let's get back at it against Juve. Let's try and get that win against Juve. So, love you guys. Thank you so much for joining in.